this is the ultimate guide on how to consistently win more games in Warzone 2. After playing for a month and winning over 100 games, I have been able to come up with the best strategies for each phase of a Warzone 2 game so that you can win more often. So let's jump straight into this Warzone 2 guide. Now, before you even load up into a match, the first thing I recommend is to go to your loadout and put smokes on your class. These are super overpowered and you'll see why when we get to it later. Now, once you load up and you're in the plane, I recommend you land somewhere in the center of the zone to have an easy rotation. If you want a fast-paced start, land observatory, which usually has a lot of people and easy rotations across the entire map. Now, for the start of the game, your main priority has to be to loot up with the goal of getting your loadout. In Warzone 2, you can no longer just go to the buy station and buy a loadout drop because there's 3 different ways to get your loadout now. The first way is buying your weapons from the buy station, which is expensive and doesn't give you your perks. The second way is to wait for the free loadout that drops in the second zone. And the third way is to complete a stronghold or black site that are spread out around the map. Now, the fastest and most consistent way to get your loadout out of these 3 methods is to complete a stronghold. 5 of them will show up around the map when the first zone begins to close. If you're the first team to show up, all you need to do is defeat the AI and defuse the bomb for your loadout. But if the stronghold is red on your map, be cautious because that means that an enemy team is there trying to complete it. And if they already defuse the bomb, you're going to have to kill AI to get access to the loadout crate. Also, make sure to look for 2 crates that are inside of every stronghold, which give you tons of money and UAVs. Now that you got your loadout, you're ready for the mid-game phase of the Warzone match. If you completed the stronghold earlier, a black site key drops, which lets you unlock the doors to any black site around the map. Once you're inside of the black site, all you need to do is kill the Juggernaut, which is marked by a skull icon inside the building. Killing him will give you tons of loot, including an advanced UAV, durable gas mask, and a second loadout crate. You can get a second set of perks such as ghosts instead of having to have overkill equipped. You can also always do this at one of the free loadout drops that spawn around the map. For some reason, these loadout drops take away $600 from you when you use them, so just drop all your money beforehand to prevent this. Now, if you're ever rotating to the next zone, make sure you always go for the high ground on the map. If an enemy team starts to fight you in a bad position while you're rotating, make sure to use those smokes, which are super overpowered and getting you out of bad situations. Now, if your team dies and you just come out of the gulag with no money, but you need to revive your teammates, make sure to do safecracker contracts. These contracts give tons of money and it makes reviving your teammates back super easy for a regain. Now you finally made it to the end game, and this is where positioning matters the most. In the final zones, always make sure to control the best area in the center of the zone, such as a tall building with a roof where you can see the entire circle. This will make it super easy to dominate the other teams inside of the zone, and it'll make it easy to rotate in case the circle pushes you out of the building. And just like that, you'll be able to pick off the rest of the teams for the best dub of your life. So always make sure to combine these different strategies from the start to the mid to the end game to start winning way more games of Warzone 2. And Warzone 2 is a new game and is constantly changing, so if anything in this guide has changed in a future patch, I'll make sure to update the description below. Now, if you enjoyed today's video and found it useful, please make sure to subscribe with notifications on and like the video. Other than that, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.